to make a narcissist spiral, try to hold them accountable for literally anything. The second that you call them out, watch very carefully at what happens, because first they'll try to deny everything, even if you have proof. That never happened, you're crazy. And then they'll try to flip the script, right? Suddenly you're the problem. Wow, you're really overreacting, you're so sensitive. And if that doesn't work, they will play the victim card. I can't believe you'd accuse me of that after everything I've done for you. And then if they're really backed into a corner, they will rewrite history, twisting the situation until somehow you're the villain and they're the victim. And sometimes, if all else fails, they just disappear, stonewalling you, blocking you, going silent, just to make you chase them for closure. And this is all in an attempt to never actually take real responsibility, because for them, it's not about honesty, it's entirely about control. The second that you see through it, though, that's when they start losing their power over you. So call them out and watch how fast that mask starts to slip.
Manipulation is when they blame you for your reaction to their disrespect. They can do whatever they want and they can say whatever they want, but the moment you react, they blow up. I have absolutely no time for people like that in my life at all. I'm out.
I just want to make it crystal clear that a narcissist will never apologise or accept accountability if they do anything wrong. They will literally rather carry on the argument until you submit to their delusions, or they would rather just leave the relationship. And if you're not in a relationship, they'll just ignore you anyway or block you, because they've got no true emotions of empathy. They don't care about how you feel. You could literally have a conversation when it comes to their behaviour, and they will flip it and turn it around onto you and make you feel like you're the perpetrator and they're the victim, because they'll throw at you the questions you ask them. For instance, if you ask them about the behaviour, yeah, but you're always possessive, you're always controlling. Such a manipulation tactic. So this is why I always say, become self-aware, become conscious of how you are as a person. Notice red flags, question their red flags, set boundaries, and protect that, man. You've only got one.
If there's one kind of person you need to avoid at all costs, it's someone who plays the victim in a situation they've created. That's such a huge red flag. If they can't take responsibility, have a mature conversation, or at the very least admit what they did, you shouldn't be sticking around. When they try to flip the script and make you the bad one for something they know they did, that's straight up manipulation, and you need to get out.
If they're more focused on your reaction to their shitty behavior rather than their shitty behavior, that is called abuse.
Things narcissists say, part 2. I never said that. That never happened. Your evidence doesn't mean anything. That's stupid. You're so crazy. There's something wrong with you.
Listen up, you fucking spineless, blame-dodging, fake-ass, play-the-victim fucks. Those who can never own up to their own fuck-ups. You think you're fucking above a simple, I'm sorry. You fuck people over, hurt them, and fuck with their trust. Instead of apologizing, you fucking bring shit up from the past to make it look like you're the one who's been wronged and you're the fucking victim. You fucking blame everyone else but your fucking self. Acting like the world owes you a free pass on being a fucking miserable asshole. You're a fucking lying, manipulative, blame-dodging little bitch. You're so fucking delusional you actually fucking believe yourself. Instead of saying, I'm sorry, you turn it into a fucking self-pity party, acting like the whole world's out to get you. People aren't here to fucking stroke your fragile little fucking ego every time you fuck up. No one fucking cares about your tired-ass sob stories. Own up to your fucking shit for once in your life. So, here's an idea. Grow the fuck up. Shut the fuck up and stop fucking dragging everyone else down with your sad-ass fucking blame game. Oh, and I almost forgot, go fuck yourself.
5 hidden signs you are actually the narcissist. 1. You're always the victim. Somehow, everyone in your life is toxic, abusive, or manipulative, except you. But if every bridge burns, maybe you're the one holding the match. 2. Your empathy is an act. You pretend to care, but it's just a performance. You mirror emotions, say the right things, but the second someone is no longer useful, cold, indifferent, gone. 3. You feed off attention, even the bad kind. Drama, chaos, fights. You thrive on them. If people aren't praising you, you'll take fear, guilt, or anger instead. Anything to stay relevant. 4. You punish people for saying no. The moment someone sets a boundary, you lash out. Guilt trips, silent treatment, playing the victim. You refuse to lose control. 5. Criticism feels like a knife to the gut. The idea that you could be wrong, unthinkable. Instead of self-reflection, you attack, twist the story, or cut people off completely. If this hit a nerve, ask yourself, was it because it's unfair or because it's true? Narcissism isn't just about grandiosity. It's about control, manipulation, and refusing to take responsibility. If you recognize yourself in these signs, you have two choices. Keep denying it and stay the same, or face the truth and do the work to change. But be warned, real change means letting go of the power you secretly crave. Can you handle that?
Narcissists are amazing at this, and what they are amazing at is creating conflict from scratch. How do they do this, you might ask? Well, they are experts at going from 0 to 100 in the blink of an eye. They skip the part where they can be understanding and try to have a healthy discussion with you, and instead they jump to, there's a massive problem and it's all your fault. And they'll do this by being antagonistic, belittling, critical, and condescending. And they'll give you the least charitable interpretation of everything you say and do, and don't do for that matter. It's like they expect you to be able to read their mind. And there is no middle ground here. It literally is from 0 to 100, and before you know it, you're in a massive conflict with them. But this is how the narcissist is amazing at creating conflict.
Nothing enrages a narcissist more than a victim who refuses to play their role. And this is especially true when you don't stop living your life nor completely fall apart after they built an entire team to go against you, smear you, and actively try to destroy your life and reputation. They need and want you to be bitter, broken, endlessly explaining yourself to people who were never going to believe you in the first place. But instead, you chose freedom. You let them have their lies, their audience, their petty games, while you walked away and built something real. And that is the one thing they can never stand. They poured so much energy into tearing you down. They built an army of enablers they turned against you, smearing you to anyone who would listen, fully expecting that you would crumble under the pressure and they would have the joy of watching your life implode and your spirit shatter. But you didn't. You moved on. You refused to be defined by their lies, and that more than anything drives them insane.
Narcissists often use a sneaky tactic called reactive abuse to mess with their victims and twist the truth. This involves deliberately pushing your buttons with relentless emotional, psychological, or even physical abuse until you snap and react in anger or frustration. Then they swoop in and claim you're unstable, irrational, or even abusive yourself. This is all part of their plan to shift the blame away from them and make you look like the problem. Once they've got you riled up, they'll take it to the next level with smear campaigns. They'll selectively share their version of events, carefully leaving out the ongoing abuse that led to your reaction. Instead, they'll paint themselves as the victim and you as the aggressor. This is a form of lying, no matter if they're trying to deceive or protect their image. This manipulation is super hurtful because it not only makes you feel invalidated, but also isolates you from others who might believe the narcissist's false story. The abuse gets worse because you're left defending yourself against accusations that come straight from the torment you've been through. But here's the thing. Reactive abuse isn't a reflection of your character. It's a calculated tool that the narcissist uses to keep control and hide their true self.
Highly manipulative people keep pushing your buttons until you finally explode, and then they weaponize your outburst against you without acknowledging their role in it. So if you're a good person, you're likely to feel guilty for reacting that way, and they will then prey on that guilt to further manipulate you by painting themselves as a victim, and you as the aggressor. And again, because you're a good person who's going to want to make things right, you take the blame for the problem and you end up apologizing for a situation that they orchestrated.